Anniversary Edition is finally here, and with it came a whole lot of new creations the player can go through. One of the more interesting ones is that of farming. The Dragonborn will finally be able to know what it means to be an everyday worker and be able to live a normal life. And what is up, guys? Andrew from the Denmen here, and today we will be talking about everything you need to know when it comes to farming in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Before we get into it, what are your guys' thoughts on Anniversary Edition so far? Are you enjoying it? Not gonna buy it? Absolutely playing everything it has to offer? Leave a comment in the comment section below. We have a lot to go through today, so grab that bottle of Hunting Brew Mead and let's go through all of it in today's video. Starting off, you will need to get the Anniversary Edition upgrade for the game to actually play through the farming creation. If you only have Special Edition, this will not be a free mod and will have to be purchased. Now let's get into the creation itself. You will be able to find Golden Hills Plantation just east of Rorikstead, and it is a short walk from there. Once you arrive at the farm, a ghost will begin to attack you, and that will start the quest Unquiet Dead. This quest will take you around the house to discover what has happened to the people who were living there. You can start off by entering the abandoned house and heading upstairs. There you will find a journal detailing the father who was poisoned just outside. Basically, this story will tell of how a family moved out to the plains of Whiterun and became farmers. At one point in the story, it took a dark turn when their son went missing, and the real mystery begins here. The husband suspects it was his wife who's been acting suspicious for some time. He eventually finds a hidden room under the house that reveals a dark secret. She was growing deathbell, and he believes that it was her who poisoned their son. This would eventually be found out to be false when you find the secret laboratory downstairs. All you have to do is press the hidden button and the cupboard will open and reveal the disguised room. When inside, you will find the wife's journal detailing the same story as the husband's, except from her point of view. From what she knew, she believed that it was the husband's fault for their son's disappearance and decided to take action. This would eventually lead to her poisoning the husband and then both becoming ghosts to haunt the Golden Hills Plantation. Head back upstairs into the child's bedroom and you will find a journal detailing the story from their son's perspective. When you read the journal, the quest marker will send the player to an old well where you will find out what actually happened to the young boy. At the well, a sword will be there with wolves nearby waiting for their next prey. Once you pick up the toy sword, bring it back to the farmhouse and place it on the stand, and that will be the end of the quest. A new quest will begin with the real start to the farming experience. First thing to do is to grow 10 crops, which if you go back to Rorikstead, you will be able to find plenty there to be placed in your own farm. That doesn't mean that it just has to be any common crop. This can be a lot of different alchemical ingredients that you can find throughout the world of Skyrim. Being able to use these crops will help a lot with making these potions and a nice place to grow these ingredients. After this is done, you will then be tasked with hiring a new steward for your farmstead. Same as in Hearthfire, all you need is a follower who will take up the job once you bring them to Golden Hills Plantation. It is also possible to hire different NPCs around the world for money and they will become the farm's new steward. These different characters can be found throughout cities and will take on the job of being Golden Hills Plantation's new steward. After that, you will need to hire some new farmhands to actually work the farm. These will increase productivity throughout the farm and make a lot more money for the Dragonborn's business. From there, it is pretty similar to that of Hearthfire expansion, with being able to upgrade your house, furnish it, and bring in other things like animals. From the furnishings for the house, you will be able to choose from a kitchen, dining area, alchemy and enchanting lab, loft, master bedroom, child's bedroom, library, and display room. I really enjoy the interior designs for each of the rooms, with a lot of them being unique from other houses in-game. There are also a lot of different purchasing items for the inside of the house, so that is good to see for something that is more of an outdoors creation. Like I said earlier, you will be able to have animals like horses, cows, chickens, and even goats. With a whole creation set on farming, I did expect there to be a good variety of animals that you can have, and it is not a bad selection at all. Before you can purchase said animals though, you must have the accompanying buildables like animal pens and stables. These will allow the player to actually be able to acquire all of the different types of animals and will add a lot to the farm itself. There are also plenty of other buildables, from bunkhouses, which increases farmhand production, apiaries, which will let the player have bees, and windmills for making flour. Each one of these different exterior buildables can be made from a workbench right in front of the house. It is very similar in design to that of Hearthfire, with the requirements of nails, quarried stone, and a couple of other building materials. It is really good to see such variety when it comes to the actual farm itself, and makes it a very enjoyable piece of content. There is a lot when it comes to the farming creation, with it being like its own house but with more features to it, and I am glad that Bethesda had something like this in the works. It is good to see that the game is becoming more diverse, with things like fishing and farming, and being able to experience what everyday life is like. The actual creation itself is pretty enjoyable and a fun thing to do when the Dragonborn is not out slaying dragons or looting crypts. They put a lot of effort into this one, with there being plenty to it and not just some farming simulator. It takes a while to start up and build everything for the creation, but that is a lot of the reason it is so enjoyable. Anniversary Edition just released, and farming is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to new content. There are plenty of other creations to play through, and each one of them being unique in their own right. Make sure you check out farming and all of the other new creations to experience everything there is in Skyrim Anniversary Edition. But that is all for me now though, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment any videos you want to see in the future, and I'll see you all next time.